at that quality. From Zelicos.
So thanks for checking out Tinker. What we have going on today is just a lot of people that make different things. We have, we're trying to get them out into the community, get some more public exposure for people that actually make things. People that usually, work in their basement or their garage and don't necessarily bring things out. There's a guy named George that's brought in a lot of his own inventions. He's got some temporary patents that he's filed for as well. We have a lot of art that's computer generated that people are showing off. There's some noise making with computers. There's a Linux Install Fest and a lot of robotics and embedded microcontroller stuff going on. So we just have a lot of engineers and artists that are very technically capable but never get much exposure and don't have a huge network of people that are like them to be around. And we're bringing that network to them. We have people driving in to come and visit and interact.
Is this the first Tinker, Todd?
This is the first Tinker. It is definitely not going to be the last one. In the future, we're going to get more. We want to get competitions, so that's something that can always get people excited. So right now we have a Lego robotics competition, and
nice.
Next year we're also going to get maybe an adult Pinewood Derby, so you will pine cars and race them down a track, power tool races and things like that. We need people to sort of curate those events. So this is helping to seed the buzz that will help get those people involved in the future events.
So what's a good Twitter attendee? Who would you like most to come down and see all this the great stuff people are working on?
Anybody who's ever been up at 3 in the morning looking at a piece of code, debugging it, checking all their variables, doing that sort of thing, or in their basement making a piece of art that they just can't get right. All those people that usually toil in isolation, but that need to know that people are out there that are like them, that also want to show off their craft and their art. So just come on and bring it out.
So I see a lot of kids here showing up at Tinker. What do you think? That's great, huh? I mean,
yeah, I love it. It's the next generation. We want to instill this value of doing things with your hands and doing things on your own and sort of shaping your own future, essentially. So we're starting the seeds young, I guess.
Excellent. Thanks, Todd. Well, good luck with the event. We're going to walk around and talk to some people about their projects.
Bruce Walcott, and this is
Cassie Love.
And we're both with the College of Engineering at the University of Kentucky. Our project is Adult Swim Lego League for Adults. So we thought it would just be a viral, fun thing to get a bunch of adults together and see how well they can do compared to the 9 to 14-year-olds that compete in the tournament.
Nice. So, show me around a little bit.
All right, let's go.
What do you got going on over here?
Well, first of all, there are two segments. There's the programming of the robot, and there's also the building and the designing of the robot.
Oh, nice.
So here you've got the Lego Mindstorms software, which comes with every Lego set for this project. It's pretty simple, but it also teaches the kids how to program their robot. So it's really simple, it's user-friendly, so hopefully the adults don't have too much problem. It's very user-friendly. It's just you have blocks, they do certain things, you can double-click them, and they have different scaling factors. You just change them. All you have to do is press the numbers, and then you can come over and test it out on the
nice.
This poor team did not have a robot to start out with, so they're in the process. They're in the process of building it right now.
Nice. Let me see your parts you got here. You got a bunch of parts coming together.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have as many parts as we'd like. If you look at the parts of the team over there, who brought their own.
So why don't you guys come and filch some parts? You can pinch a few things you need over there while they're not looking.
The programming, they can link it up to this part of the bot right here. It'll go in through the link system. They can choose which file program they had chosen for whichever event they were trying to do on the actual plan.
Well, what's your role in this, Randall? You got what?
Trying to play catch up. Hi, my name is Vincent Purcell. These are Arduinos. One of the projects that I'm working on right now is a temperature sensor unit. Basically what the project does is it's got a 335 temperature sensor in here, which is basically a voltage divider. And it's reading into the Arduino into an analog port and interpreting changes in voltages as changes in temperature. The fully developed project actually controls the temperature bath for a film developing tank, so you can set target temperatures and it runs a relay system so that it heats up the water or keeps it at the same temperature.
Okay, so I'm Steve, and what I'm showing off today is some rock band network stuff that I've been doing. So Harmonix, the company that makes Rock Band, they opened up this cool program where you can submit your own songs to Xbox Live for like bands that would otherwise never have a chance of being on Rock Band. They can make their own Rock Band tracks and sell them for monies. So. You know, most of these bands don't have the technical know-how to make the MIDI controller or the MIDI events and all that stuff. So I'm trying to work with local bands and indie bands and indie labels to get their stuff up there.
So Steve, tell me a little how it works. Tell me, kind of run through for people who haven't seen this before.
So when you play Rock Band, you've got animations going on. You've got all these gems that are going by, and you've got all these animations and the camera cuts and everything. Everything's controlled by what's called MIDI. It's kind of a timed music language, I guess you could call it.
Right.
Not really. They gave us all the tools to be able to create these specialized MIDI tracks. So this is what a drum track would look like, and you've got to place all these different gems for each of the events that happens. So you've got your expert and your hard and your medium and your easy and all of your animations, and this is what your drummer's actually doing on screen. Pretty much everything, the camera cuts and all the crazy animation.
I mean, it's like, yeah, it's great.
I'm Jason Collins at Tinker, and we're here showing off Ubuntu Linux on old antiquated software or hardware, rather. And it's just been basically explaining to people what open source software is, how the Linux system works, how you can use it as a desktop system, how you can use it at work, for school, and so on.
Yeah, a lot of people think of Linux as for geeks only, and you got to use a command line and all that stuff. That's not really true, is it?
Not true. It definitely was a few years ago, but now it's a completely functional replacement for Mac or Windows, and I think most people will find it's very similar to the experience they've had with Windows or Mac.
And you don't need like huge, powerful software to run this stuff. It can run on the stuff that you would have otherwise thrown away, right?
That's why we made a point today to bring an old G5 iMac, which is no longer supported with Apple's current OS, and an even older Dell that wouldn't even begin to run Windows 7, just to show that, you know, if you have some old hardware around, you can continue to use it.
No, they're just.
Hi, I'm Steve Stone, and I've really enjoyed my time here at Tinker this morning. I brought my two boys down and they made some LED and acrylic things. I've enjoyed watching the robot trying to get around the track there, and found out that my son's middle school has a team and I need to get him on it.
Hey, my name is Christopher Steha. I'm with the Collection Technical Book Club, where we are presenting our work on context-free systems, or Lindenmayer systems. We've used the programming language context-free, which is basically a fancy way to do recursion, where you're not going all the way through the recursive process. You're starting the recursion, creating instances of the recursion, developing on, continuing on with it. It takes its grounds from biology, where you yourself are not made up of a single cell, you're made up of multiple cells, all doing things individually. From that, we build up instances. So for example, in this case, we have a segment here that creates other segments that continue up to create this tower.
So a little bit like fractals,
yeah,
right?
It's
very much fractals.
Yeah, related to fractals.
Yeah. So these printouts are really impressive that you've got over here.
Yeah, there's been 4 or 5 of us working on these, so we've got some stuff that multiple, from trying to make mountains to doing some more of the abstract stuff to doing stuff in motion, and just people taking it off in different directions.
Give it up for
Okay, so with that, I'm going to end this video about Tinker. A great, successful day here. Lots of cool ideas, cool things happening. Congratulations to Lexington, Kentucky, and to Todd Wiley for putting this on. Tinker, a lot of fun. Bring everybody next year.